So let me introduce in the studio Karen McMain. Can you please join me? Welcome, have a seat. You are the president of the International Orthoptic Association.
I am.
10,000 member association, and you flew in all the way from Canada. I read your bio and I saw you're also, for almost 20 years now, you're an associate professor, which means this president role is something you do on a voluntary basis. What made you decide to go into this and to go run associations as a volunteer?
Oh, well, that started gradually. So I've been very interested in promoting and advocating for my profession. So I actually started with my national association. I worked my way up through the various positions within that. I was at one time president of my Canadian association, and then I became the rep for Canada to the International Association, and
there it goes.
Then lo and behold,
exactly.
now I'm the president.
What does it mean if you run such a large organization with volunteers, or do you have a professional bureau as well?
We have an executive, so we do. We have secretary, treasurer, and president. We're also run by the Council of Management. Yep. So every country has an elected rep that takes care of the business of the association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember when we talked before the show, in terms of outsourcing, you're like, well, if you're running this with so many volunteers, you got to outsource a lot of services, right? We do. So we're very interested in trying to be efficient with what we do and do. We don't have a lot of internal resources, so we are outsourcing quite substantially. We rely on your expertise to put on the best possible meeting that we can, and that's important to our delegates. So. And if I'm a supplier watching, maybe a potential PCO or a venue or someone in meetings management, how do you think, how should they approach an association which is, apparently your mic is not working, please hold it close to your mic. Yeah. How should they approach an association that is mainly run by volunteers? Because I think that differs from a very professional run organization.
Well, they can contact the association directly. And right now for our congresses, we run them every 4 years.
Yeah.
The request for proposals to host the Congress goes to our member associations. So they can either contact the member association rep directly, or they can contact the IOA, and they will be put in touch with the National Association. Exactly,
that's very practical. Do you think it differs very much, whether you're dealing with a lot of volunteers?
Actually, it's quite a well-run organization. But we have very keen volunteers, and we've been in existence since the 60s, so I think we're quite familiar with our procedures.
So no specific tips or takeaways right there?
No, not really.
All right. Well, I'm really looking forward to what you have to bring on stage and in the debate, and we're looking forward to learn from you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. And maybe it's good to mention to you, if you have any questions for Karen specifically, after the 60-minute show on the stage, she'll be back here in the studio and we'll deliberately take audience questions. So if there's anything you want to ask Karen, about outsourcing specifically, or about running the association like yourself, a medical association specifically, post your questions to Gerdy and we'll take them in the post show.
Great, I look forward to having your questions.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
How will you inspire the minds of many? Will you provide new perspective that will allow others to see a world full of opportunities? Will you create a voice that captures the imagination of a kingdom? Will you share a welcoming smile that has others feel like royalty? Will you bring the world together via the speed of sound or the hush of a jungle? Will a rich culture and the arts become the fabric of your attendees? Will you stimulate their senses with cuisine envied by the world? Will you forever change the definition of a meeting room and inspire creativity in the beauty of silence? Will you redefine the meaning of work-life balance and create a venue that will have attendees feeling forever connected? Create the moments that inspire the minds of many. Connect people, inspire the world. Thailand.